age of digital marketing, social media influencers have become a big hit and a big controversy. With their large following on Instagram and other accounts, they are able to leverage their online presence in order to endorse certain products and services for their followers to take interest in. Karen Wazen is one of the most open, seemingly transparent digital content creators in the Middle East, and according to her 500,000 followers, is also one of the most relatable. Sure, Karen showcases the glitz and glam that come with the perks of her vocation, but equally shares many aspects of her personal life, detailing intimate moments spent with her 3 children, confessing she works hard to maintain the sparks in her marriage, and even revealing her battle with vitiligo, a condition that causes depigmentation of the skin. We met Karen at her mother's estate in Domaine des Insecurities, a location close to her heart, to get some in-depth answers to your most burning questions. It's a profession that didn't exist 10 years ago. What kind of future does it have? Do you ever think about that?
I think about it, and I don't think that social media or content creation has the same future for everyone. So I think everyone is kind of discovering what it is that they love the most about this platform to take it to the next level. It could be creating their own brand and leveraging off the followers that they have today. It could be starting in their own talk show if they feel like what they like about this is...
Is that what you want? A talk show? A talk show.
I'm still in the process of figuring things out. I don't necessarily think that I will have only one path. One path.
Right.
I might have 2 things I'm doing simultaneously. Yeah. I'm still...
In many ways, what you do is also, it's business, right? Yeah. Businesswomen would fall under the same thing in a way.
My journey didn't start as a business, and I was pretty much doing the same thing. What changed and what was added to it is my work trips, and my collaborations with brands.
What do you think is the #1 key to success in your line of work?
I don't want to sound cliche, but to truly be true to yourself, because at the end of the day, this is a work line or an industry that takes up a lot of your time. And I do not consider that anyone can be successful and happy in what they're doing. You could be successful by trying to be someone you're not, and that could work. But will you be happy doing it? I don't think so. And everyone who has met me and everyone who knows me tells me I am the same person. The little things that could change is obviously sometimes if you're in front of a camera, my accent might change a little bit. Right. You know what I mean?
Do you put on like different accents?
I don't realize, but sometimes when I hear myself, I'm like, okay, I sound a bit more like
British,
American than I do.
Okay.
You know.
You said, I wouldn't mind having a camera following me 24/7. Yeah. And we already feel like we are watching a reality show when we are, on your Instagram. Yeah. I know you get this a lot, but what about some sort of privacy?
I have my camera. I am choosing to show you what I'm showing you, because the other times where I'm not feeling well, where I'm like extremely tired, I'm not having the energy to photograph myself. Mm-hmm. But if there was someone doing it, I wouldn't have a problem. People always tell me, yeah, you tell me now your life is so perfect. And I'm not saying that my life is so perfect, but what I'm able to show you is that.
Obviously the best days are there, on a day where you get up and you feel good. What about the worst of yourself?
The days where I'm worst of myself,
you're in a bad mood.
Where I don't feel well with myself is days where I feel like either insecure about something or guilty as a mother. The only way I can share it is verbally, because I'm not going to film myself crying, because it's, you know what I mean? But if there was someone filming me crying, I don't have a problem to tell you. I cry a lot, actually, and my family makes fun of me because I, they say,
you're the crybaby of the family.
Crybaby of the family.
I once heard Oprah Winfrey say that the common denominator that she's found in every single interview is that people want to be validated. Whether it's President Bush or President Obama or even Beyonce, she said. We're always seeking approval, whether from someone or from strangers. How important is that to you?
It is important, but it is important for the people that I care about. Because, for example, I very often ask my husband, are you proud of me? Do you think that, maybe like once every 3 days, I ask him, just because I like to hear it. Yeah. My family, same thing. I hear it sometimes, people saying like, yeah, you don't have a real job, and I wouldn't care about the validation from these people.
When you put your life out there, your personal life out there in the public, you're going to get back some form of criticism and, because you're opening up that door.
Yeah.
So after 4 years, what have you learned?
A lot, actually. But at first, I used to think that everyone is kind, that everyone will support me as long as I'm not hurting anyone. But today I realize that it's not the way life is. And not everyone wants the best for you, and not everyone is going to feel happy for you, and I should not expect it from people. So today my expectations are low. I get
more realistic.
They're realistic. From my family, I have a certain expectation. From my husband, I have a certain expectation. From my friends, from the people that don't know me, from the people that know me. So it's...
What is the biggest failure you've had in this business?
I'll tell you. It was an experience that I went through. It was still towards the beginning of my career. It was an ad, and we had to speak in Arabic about something that happened to us. And me and my husband aren't actors, and it felt very much like we were acting because we were speaking to each other in a way that we don't speak to each other. Me and my husband speak to each other in English. So we were communicating with each other in a way that felt very, very, very unreal to us. And it was unnatural. And it was not us, and not him, and not me. And we were just not, and people around us who knew us were like, what are you doing? Like we looked like bad actors, basically.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like.
And when it came out, you said this shouldn't have happened.
It changed the way I saw everything in my career. And I realized that I'm not doing this for the money. Financially, it's important only because I'm taking time away from my kids. So I want to know that with that time that I'm taking away from my kids, I'm actually bringing back something to give them and to offer them. But I'm doing this for much bigger reasons than financially. And this is the exact turning point for me.
Since you stressed on this, why do you do this?
I love to make a change in someone's life. And I get messages every day. But people telling me that I motivate them. I show them that you can do it. You can be a mom and also work and also take care of yourself and also have a healthy marriage. And these things, when I hear them, I feel, okay, I get like a breath of fresh air, like this is why I'm doing this. This is what makes me happy. When I feel that I'm inspiring someone in the smallest ways. The reason I tell you it makes me happy when people tell me I'm relatable is because I am not an actress with like a skill or a singer with a beautiful voice. This is not who I am. I'm not a model with this beautiful body. I'm an ordinary girl who's just trying to make the best of what I have. And when
there's a Julia Roberts moment there. I'm just a simple girl standing at it, right? I was like, wait, this is what I'm hearing it now. I saw a talk you gave on IGTV, stressing on how you work on your marriage.
Yeah.
That it was important for you to show people that love really exists. Why choose to put that specific term, I work on my marriage, out there? Because you've also mentioned about your parents and how that could have maybe affected things.
My parents are divorced. They've been divorced since I was 12, and I have a great relationship with both my dad and my mom, and they have a good relationship with each other as well. I'm such a family person, but I'm not against divorce. I'm not. I am very much against being unhappily married, though, for me, which is why I work really hard on my marriage, because I know that marriage is like a muscle. You cannot take it for granted. If you don't work on it, it's going to slowly, die. And I see it around me with a lot of people that I know that got married a couple of years ago, and I see them today, and I know that they're not happy. They complain about them not being happy. They're bored. They have separate lives to each other. There's no unity. And I don't want to pretend that I don't know if this is the way I'm going to feel all my life, for sure. I can't tell you that, I'm going to be happily married all my life, and I'm going to be with my husband forever.
But sharing that specific sentence with people it's kind of like, guys, don't think this is easy.
And this is what I always say, because a lot of people, when they look at their own relationships, people that I know, they look at their relationship, they say, but at least but the reason Karen and Luch have a good marriage is because Karen's husband's not like my husband. So, but Karen's husband is not like your husband, not because he's like that and I'm like that, because we work on it. If there's a problem, communicate, talk about it, see how you can fix it.
Is it part of a marketing strategy sometimes to include the children and the husband?
No, it's not. It is about what I always say. To me, my Instagram is my life, is showing my life. I am not going to show you half of my life. If I were to show you half of my life, I would not have my Instagram account. I always say this. Personally, for me, I don't consider myself a fashion blogger. I'm not.
Yeah.
I consider myself much more open than that, and much more diverse than just being a fashion blogger. Yeah. Which is why sometimes brands...
There's lifestyle, there's relationship, obviously.
Exactly, there's my voice, motherhood. People know my voice.
Do you ever fear your kids will grow up and be like, Mom, why did you show us in our undies? Or, how could you do that?
I hope not, but also I am a positive person. I like to see the best of things. I am hoping that they're going to grow up saying, Mom, thank you, because I hope that if one day one of my kids have a certain talent or a passion, and I've created this platform for them to have their dreams become a reality, then it's amazing.
Do you ever fear that maybe it won't turn out as you hope it would be?
Honestly, I think if it's not like I am forcing my kids to be in this. If it's, even now, by the way, even though they're 3 and 4.
Yeah, because you make the decisions for them.
If, for example, I want to take a family photo and I feel like my kids aren't in the mood to take a family photo, I will not take the family photo. I will just say, okay, well, I'll just take a photo by myself. And then other times I'm taking a photo by myself and my kids want to come into the photo, and then they'll come into the photo. So it's really like, I do take their opinion, either they want it or not. But I think that if my kid is, for example, 11, 12, and they know what they want, they tell me, Mom, I don't want to be on camera, I will not put them on camera.
What is the biggest fear when it comes to the future? Because, you know, we mentioned this earlier a little bit. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of, you know, oh, it's new, oh, we get tired of everything fast. Is there any fears when it comes to the future that you won't be able to stay up to date? Or
I'm not afraid that I won't be up to the pace and stuff, because honestly, I know that I can be, because I understand this business, I understand how it works, and I can see when the trend is changing and I follow it. My fear is that I will get to a point where it doesn't make me happy anymore to do that. So now when I do it, it's a challenge. I'm happy, I'm excited. I want to discover, okay, fine, so it seems like what I'm doing now is working, it's new, it's cool. The day where I feel like this is taking more of my time in a negative way, like I feel like, oh, I don't want to feel like doing it, but I have to do it. This is the day that I will fear that, okay, should I keep doing what I'm doing, or should I stop? Because I'm like, I don't know how to play, and then I just like,
yeah, like when I was younger, I used to just
see. I like told you how bad I am.
What do you think is the best thing and the worst thing about being a female?
Stereotypes is the worst thing.
Yeah.
And I still think they do exist, despite everything that's like trying to go against it. The good thing is that because maybe of the stereotypes that happen, I think women feel like they have to prove themselves, and this always ends up being a great thing.
What do you wish people would stop asking you?
ما بتخاف من العين. I get this all the time.
Which is basically, if you were to translate it,
if I'm not afraid of the evil eye.
Yeah, the evil eye, which is in our culture.
Basically what, like, and what they mean is that how am I not afraid to show my kids so much and my family and blah, blah, blah. And my answer is I am not afraid.
I'm just not.
No. I believe in God, and I believe that God will protect me, and I believe that I'm not harming anyone. And this is as far as it'll go with my fears.
I know you shared that you had vitiligo.
Yeah.
Do you ever fear that, you know, in the future, this can impede you or burden you in your business?
No, on the contrary. I think it's one of the best things that I've done. Sharing it was the best things that I've done. My fear was I don't want people to think that this is a cry for attention, or for people to think that is she seriously complaining about a little white patch on her neck compared to other people who are suffering from cancer, from things that are like health.
No matter what you do, people always have something to say.
And it did happen. So I got like a lot of people spoke, like reacted really well to the fact that I opened up about this. And they told me that they were able to deal better with their physical insecurities because of me sharing the story.
Yeah.
So that made me super happy. But I also got a lot of people like, seriously, are you seriously complaining about this? No.
If you were a movie or a book character, which movie or book character would you be?
I find myself some similar things in like Carrie Bradshaw.
Okay.
But also in like Monica and Friends. I don't know why I could think in series.
Really? Monica and Friends is who you'd be?
Some things.
I never would have thought
even
that.
Even though I'm not at all an OCD person at all.
Yeah.
But like I remember the relationship with Chandler, the way she was and stuff.
Okay.
A little
That's
bit
cute.
of me. Yeah.
If you were forced to create a new dance move, I know you like dancing, what would it look like, and what would you call it?
I have a dance with my kids, actually. If they were here, I would have showed you. But it's more like moves. So I get my kids, they jump on me, like I hold them, they jump on me, they put their feet up, and then I swing them like this with their feet up. So their head's down, their feet are up, and I'm holding them by their hands, and we're swinging like this, and then they turn like this, and then we do like a whole thing together.
Okay, so she's going to open an academy. All right, okay.
It's like a gymnastics thing. But
okay.
It's really cool. Something like
the KKG,
that.
The KKKG.
You know how Georgie deserves it more. Georgie's a real dancer.
So,
maybe
the GKK.
GK.
All right. We have that. Yeah. What part of your culture are you most and least proud of?
I hate that I still get messages from people telling me, "Aren't you ashamed that you have a husband and kids and you're still you take photos in a bathing suit?" And I'm just like, seriously, are we still there in the world where I'm wearing a bathing suit, where I'm going to the beach and there are hundreds of people there, and I should be ashamed just because it's on photo? Even though I respect this is part of their cultures, but it's not part of the way of my ideology and the way I think.
What are you the most proud of?
Family values.
Yeah.
I see the way like we are, how important it is to have these real family like
traditions
and stuff, and I love it. I really love it.
Okay, Karen, thank you. Thank you. This was fun. Gave me this, man. Sorry. For all those who thought we had really good billiard skills, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But we just thought it was fun to be here. Yeah.
We both can put in fast.
That's just how it works. If you like this episode of Why Chats and want to see more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click, click, click.